you in Austin? Why did you decide to transfer?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I grew up always, watching the Longhorns play, wanted to be in that burnt orange. And, there was a little obstacle in between, but, I ended up here, and, I'm very thankful for all the opportunities God has given me, and I'm just excited to be back in the home state.
When this winter, you were one of the guys who was out there promoting the women's basketball team. You obviously started to get along with your teammates. How has that transition, kind of integrating yourself into this community, gone?
Yeah, me and a couple guys went out, obviously, and supported the women's basketball team, and I feel like more people should go out and support other teams instead of just being friends with just the football team or just the baseball team, stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like it connects teams well, and from then on out, just builds good friendships along the way.
Quinn, can you talk about just being able to have a fresh start here at Texas, to be able to put everything from the past behind you and be able to start new over here?
Yeah, for sure. Coach Sark once told me, that's why the rearview mirror is so small and the windshield is so big. You can kind of put the past behind you and just focus on what's ahead. And I'm super excited about what's ahead, for sure.
When the comfort level in the offense, how would you describe the offense, the voluminous nature, whatever, and your comfort level?
Yeah, for sure. As of right now, I feel pretty comfortable with what's been installed, and I'm excited to keep learning, because obviously I have a lot of learning to do within the offense. But as of right now, I'm pretty comfortable.
How would you describe it?
Describe the offense?
Yeah.
It's a great offense. I love the schemes Coach Sark has put in, and obviously he knows what he's doing, because it's worked at other places for sure.
How's it different from Columbus scheme?
Some of it's the same, just different verbiage. But obviously, every offense has their certain kinks to it and stuff like that.
When everybody wants to play, obviously. Did you see how CJ was doing, and did you think, okay, maybe I need to find somewhere else? What went into the actual decision?
Obviously CJ's a great player, a great human being.
Right.
We have a good relationship, and I'm super pumped for what he has in store for the rest of his career and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to be closer to my family, and friends and stuff like that. Yes, sir.
And you wanted to be here all along. You committed here initially, right? And then under Herman, and then that changed for whatever reason, right? Or maybe, can you tell us why? Why did that change?
I feel like I kind of committed more emotionally than, but at the end of the day, I ended up where I think I should be, and that's all there is to it. Yes, sir.
How much rust you got?
How much rest?
Rust.
Oh, rust.
Since high school, really.
I feel like these past couple weeks I've been knocking some rust off for sure with all these reps I'm getting in spring ball. So as of right now, I feel pretty comfortable.
That whole decision to go early, do you still think that was the right one?
Like I said before to his question, it's all in the past. I try not to focus on all that. I try to just keep tunnel vision and focus on what's ahead.
You want to focus on what's ahead, but what I guess did you take away from your time in Columbus? What did you learn? What did you gain? What did you take away that was valuable to you?
Yeah, I learned a lot, and I'm super happy that I learned as much as I did. And Ohio State has a great coaching staff, a great offensive coordinator, and Coach Day, and a good QB coach with Coach Dennis. And I learned a lot up there, and I'm thankful for my time up there. But like I said, I'm excited for the future.
Coach Sark showed you and Hudson tape of Matt Ryan getting after his receivers, Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu. What did you take from that, and what message do you think he was trying to send?
I think that he was kind of trying to light a fire under us, because Julio Jones is one of the best receivers in the NFL, and when he showed us that Matt Ryan still yells at Julio Jones after, you know, all the time they've spent together. He kind of just, I think he's trying to show us that it's okay for us to be vocal, and, you know, because the receivers don't care if you yell at them at the end of the day. I feel like they almost want that, you know.
Quinn, have you hit at all yet? Like, I know you gotta wear the no-touch jersey, but when was the last time you got tackled or took a hit?
Like a full hit. You know, that's a good question. Probably in high school, honestly. Yeah, probably.
Can you talk about the double hernia surgery and coming back from that and fighting for your team and that last season in South Carolina?
Yeah, that was tough for me. But I put a lot of work into it, and I learned a lot about my own body, you know, and I take my body a lot more serious than I did. And I feel like that almost helped me, just because now I actually take care of my body. You know, I go to treatment, all this stuff. But yeah, it was tough for sure because I wasn't fully healed. But you know, I felt like I had to just for the team, and you know, I'm excited. I'm glad I did because of the run we made.
Quinn,
Got time for two last ones, guys.
I'm curious about the process of you handling the attention, you know? Ohio State fans are crazy, we know that. Texas fans are on that same level, right? You have a phone, so people blow you up. I mean, how do you intake all this hype and process it?
Yeah, you know, I really don't. At the end of the day, I just got to focus on myself. Can't focus on the outside world. Can't get caught up in all that, or you won't make anything out of yourself.
Sounds like Saturday you had a pretty good
What are your thoughts on
scrimmage.
Hudson, the competition, and just the quarterback he is?
Yeah, Hudson's a great quarterback, and we have a good relationship, and I'm excited to work with him and, you know, keep going in the spring.
Sounds like Saturday
Last one.
you had a pretty good scrimmage. People were saying it's a show. How would you rate your progress so far, and how would you rate your performance in the scrimmage?
Yeah, you know, it was fun to be back out there and kind of like a game type feel, because, you know, it's been a while. So just to be back out there, it was a lot of fun. And, you know, the receivers were making great plays out there, and, you know, it was a good scrimmage altogether.
You get some new NIL deals here?
You're good, Quinn.
You know, that's kind of personal right now, so, but we'll see.
Don't leave without telling us about the mullet, though.
Yeah,
We gotta know
It's-
about the mullet. How long is that
He's
gonna
gotta
go?
get back to
It's
reality in class.
Yeah, I got class at 11, but it's just hair at the end of the day.
Quit bragging.